Well, doesn't look too happy with that.
Messi certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Alexander-Arnold. And here's Neymar.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
There will be a throw-in. Valverde. Now it's Haaland. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi is offering a right smile.
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the 1 goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Rudiger is the guilty party there. Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Messi. Haaland. Looking for options for movement. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Messi is onto this. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. BG Pathum United have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's hit the post! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So that's 2 now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, easy pickings there. Vinicius Junior. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Azar. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Haaland. McAllister gets a foot in here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vinicius Junior. Oh, nicely intercepted. Iniesta. Played into space. Great ball if he can get there. Goes for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Substitution on the field.
Kukçu running with intent. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Number 10, Messi. Number 18, Vinicius Junior. Coming on the field, number 24, Palmer. Number
Saliba.
11, Neymar.
In with the challenge.
Number 21, Hazard.
Vardiol.
Substitutions taking place.
Neymar. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There will be 5
Ronaldinho.
minutes added time.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And it's Ronaldinho. That has been slung wide. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway. Diogo Dalot. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
He has found the way through. And a chance! Goal! Manchester United! And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So, a breakthrough already. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a good ball out wide. It is a corner. Alexander-Arnold goes short. That is lovely. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's made... Can he finish? And it's in! And that takes him up to 30. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
Is number 15, Yamal.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good take and a good... Valverde! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Valverde actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short. Now it's Valverde. And this is Messi. Now, who's going to be first to this? Tries a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Miami really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Casemiro. Matheus Cunha.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's picked his way through. Rudiger with a fine tackle. More and more pressure on the ball here. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior scooting forward. Getting up there! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
And here's Haaland. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, good ball! Oh, that's a very decent ball now! Bruno Fernandes. Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. For Valverde. Casemiro. That's a cute ball. He's in plenty of space here. That's really good defending. Bruno Fernandes really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Burmo. And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Shot a goal! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Valverde deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And it's Valverde. And he's well positioned here. Bruno Fernandes. Front-footed pressing going on here. He might be in here! Oh, he's on his own! Goes for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And they're back in front! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Manchester United have their lead. Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Ronaldo. Can he finish? But he's left disappointed.
Messi certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. And he's got away from him. Cunha charging forward, the ball at his feet. Matches header! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
That looks a cracking ball. Picks out, shoots! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Still a great ball to get him in on goal like that, Peter. But it deserved more than an apologetic thumbs up, I think.
And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Opts for safety. De Ligt. He's beaten the last man. Cunha makes a dash for it. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, that's neat. And this is Neymar. It's a goal kick.
Substitution.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Batistuta coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Šeško. Oh, good spread. Matheus Cunha. And he's in on, and the shot! Goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. And it's Neymar. Distributed tidily. Bruno Fernandes cuts out the pass. Silvestre. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And Burmo. And that will be it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Hello, everybody, and this is a
Any
quick
reflections
reminder
on
to
what
let
you've
you
seen,
know
Jim?
that you'll be
Well,
able
Peter,
to catch...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started. He's on it, and the finish! But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, good-looking ball. And this is Ronaldinho. This looks promising. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits with the national side. But he's someone I see as a born footballer. I mean, he can play the 6th position, he can play in the number 8 position, but I feel he's probably best suited to the number 10 role because I think he has that creative edge, he has that craft, and that's where he should be used to greatest effect.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Messi. And here's Haaland. Nicely weighted ball. And the shot! There it is!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Messi. Great ball, and he's in. Decent chance! And no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
That was travelling. Claudio.
Such good technique.
Now it's McAllister. Cross it. He's rising! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Yamal. Valverde. And it's Messi.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Wan-Bissaka. And it's De Bruyne. Ronaldinho. Rudiger with the foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And here's Ronaldinho. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's an imaginative pass. Deftly away. This possibly the last play of the half. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And The referee says that is that for the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Substitution in progress.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is 2, but still, all things are possible. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Haaland, given the lift of his goal. Upamecano. Van Dijk. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. De Bruyne. Searching pass he's played there. Chance! Delicious from Jude! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for a shot!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's had it taken off him. Messi currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they've been over-generous up to this point, I would say, so that had to happen.
De Bruyne, that's tidy. Ball has bounced loose now. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Into the last quarter of an hour. There's the shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Number 5.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Coming on the field, number 2, Pep Guardiola. Number 13,
Messi.
Danny Olmo.
Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That's good vision.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Looking for the run. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. I think we're just about done here. Threads one in. And Messi! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
2 added minutes has
That's
been
been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely spread. Van Dijk concedes a free kick for that. And he has shown him a yellow card. And here's Danny Olmo. Oh, good, real chance! He's got a goal! They have stolen level at the last! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And we're done. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just... Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be... Could be danger here! Oh, he's played it in... Haaland! Oblak gets it away. And here's Messi. Oh, that's nice.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to belt it away. And here's Yamal. Skims one in. That is a brilliant interception. Vinicius Junior. Oh, there's a probing ball. Still goalless. Now it's Kubo. Vardiol wins the duel this time. Vinicius Junior.
I don't think there's a player out there, Peter, who is as tactically flexible as Francesco Totti. Of course, we know him best as a number 10 or a deeper line foot.
Real chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Kubo. And this is... Can he finish? Goal!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push it.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Kubo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Cristiano Ronaldo. No, that's been intercepted. Kubo. And it's made its way to him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Shevchenko. The referee's awarded a free kick. Valverde. Haaland. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And Bomo is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Looking for the run. He has a look out. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Shevchenko does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Miami can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That's going to go a long way. Some good work on the right flank here. Yamal is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now, can they get him away? And he's definitely onside. Rudiger tries to clear. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Haaland. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And it's Messi.
Miami really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Kubo. He is through here. Nice control. Burmo driving forwards. Rudiger getting this one clear.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Vinicius Junior goes looking wide. Spread out to the left. Can he get it through? Could have here their final chance.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
So we have movement on both
Number
benches.
9, Shevchenko. Number 18.
Alexander-Arnold plays it
Coming on
short.
the field. Number
Now it's
8.
Palmer. Chance for a shot! And it's in! We thought they were done, but never say never. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
After 89 minutes.
And very quickly, the
number
substitute
24.
made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Two minutes to be added on. Palmer. And that's that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Well read, and the danger is averted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's really well manoeuvred. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's shifting through the gears here. Rashford with... And the finish! And he's straight offside. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Rashford. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vinicius Junior! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Goes forward. So it is still 0-0. Approaching the half-hour mark. And he's got away from it. And he's in a real chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Valverde. That is ended up in no man's land. Yamal. Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he finish? Oh, it's come loose. Oh, good spread. Messi. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there.
Added time.
Evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
Miami really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Oh, he's found support out wide. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Haaland. And here's Yamal. Yamal finds himself offside. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Miami really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And that's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Yamal. Number 18, Vinicius
There's the man
Junior.
who is effectively the
Number
team's
6,
security policy.
Federico
He's got
Valverde.
away.
Coming on the field.
And that has left him in a heap.
24, Palmer.
Fernandez
Number
did
21,
just about enough to come out on top there.
Number 5,
Neither party
Fernandez.
overly willing to compromise. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great challenge, time to perfection.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Substitutions taking place.
Van Dijk. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Haaland. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo, showing good feet.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He is through here. Alexander-Arnold wrestles him off the ball. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Messi powering forward here.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko is fouled.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, Erling Haaland. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Coming on the field, number 17, Son Heung-min.
A real chance and a real let-off.
Substitution in progress. There will be
Fernandez.
3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Son Heung-min. The mess. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show
Just
for
a
all
quick
of that.
reminder today, please refrain from
How would you
talking
sum up what
outside
we've
this
witnessed, Jim?
stadium.
I think it's
Thank
one
you
of
very
these
much for your
games where both
cooperation.
have plenty to think about. I don't think...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Goes for a shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
8 minutes is...
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Azar. And it's Azar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! And the comeback is complete. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Haaland. Messi. Doué. Now Schlotterbeck. Marquinhos. And Guardiol. Has a look and place it forward. Doué. Can he finish? A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Doué just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Ball in towards the middle. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Cafu. Doué. Marquinhos. De Bruyne. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Cristiano
2
Ronaldo.
added minutes has been
Now it's
indicated.
Haaland. He'll try from distance. That was mighty close. Barella. And it's Pedri. And for the first half, that is that. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. So there was the first half.
I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. The second half is up and running. Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. There's a quick free kick. Now it's Haaland. Oh, super find. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! It's run loose. Has another go! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And now he has two. So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
He's gone direct here. Succumbs to the pressure. Yamal. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And this is Messi. Vardiol. It's Pedri. Spread out to the left. Oh, there's a probing ball. Donnarumma needs a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now that's well seen too. Doué. He's picked his way through. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cafu calmly anticipates. Knocks it into space. Messi going after that. Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
Substitution.
Vardiol.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And here's Dembele. Valverde. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, he's burst through. Upamecano concedes a free kick for that.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 9, Desiree Doué. Coming on to replace him is number 4, Neymar.
De Bruyne. Picked out brilliantly. He's dealt with that really well.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Fourth official showing that there will be and Shevchenko! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Shoots! And that's a tiny finish. Deep into injury time. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision. And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Cristiano Ronaldo claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Walking through the gates.
Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in...
Tries a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Messi. And this is Ronaldo. Thinks about the shot. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Shevchenko is onto this. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's whipped it across. It's loose now, this time surely! And it's in! They are right back in business!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The goal scorer.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Played into space, chips it through. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Can he get... Real chance! And a neat finish! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Galatasaray really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Haaland. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Howson tries to clear. And he's there to retrieve it. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Great chance! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Alexander-Arnold goes short. Ronaldinho. We've reached half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. With neither side holding back here, it has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
And a chance! Goal! And they're back in front. Terrific goal. What a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
After 49 minutes is number
So we have a
20.
breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Ronaldinho. Rice cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And here's Mohamed Salah. No outsmarting him this time. Upamecano with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Upamecano did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Salah, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Alexander-Arnold. That's a little off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Ronaldinho. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Kante producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Salah.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Shevchenko plays it in. Rudiger can get it clear.
Galatasaray really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's a cute ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Messi. Great vision. He's had a shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Salah. Some intricate passing. Look, and Shevchenko!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe. And Guardiola. So that's it. It is all over. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Massaro. Look at the space. He's having a shot! Of course! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Miami have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Albert Ferrer. And this is Messi. That's going to go a long way. Guardiola. Azar. Albert Ferrer spots it and intercepts. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Stood up well to him there. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's a good ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's put paid to the danger. What a throw in. Yamal just eases him off the ball. And here's Raul. And it's Robertson. Ambitious ball here. Now this could be a chance.
Miami really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Messi looking to add to his goal. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's a sharp little ball here. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, looks a smashing ball. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Albert Ferrer. And it's Neymar. Robertson. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that has not gone well. And it's made its way to him. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Spread it left. An instinctive delivery. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Modric with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. And this is Messi on... Oh, he's on his own! And the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously
Modric.
refreshing.
Coming on to replace him is number 5.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Donnarumma. That's a throw. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Haaland. Jupe. Guardiola. Here's Haaland. And this is Ronaldo. He's on it. Can he get away? Yamal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. That's a nicely shaped ball. In with the challenge.
Miami FC surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Can he finish? And he makes no mistake. Do not write them off. Back they come. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. Substitution on the field. Number 15.
So
Yamal.
changes afoot here,
Number
and from
21,
both sides.
Hazard.
We're looking at
Coming
a
on the
different
field,
game now.
Number 24.
Well, needless to say, Peter,
Arnold.
they're eager to get
Number
going, but you have to
18,
wonder how much
Vinicius
these boys
Junior.
have left in the tank.
Substitution in progress.
Could move up a gear here. And he plays one through.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Guardiola. Number 2, Alexander-Arnold. Coming on the field, number 14.
Space for him to turn and look.
Robertson. Number 6.
Well, that might be that,
Federico
Peter. Maybe
Valverde.
both sides just going to have to settle
Substitutions
for the
taking
draw
place.
now.
Great vision.
There will be
Ball
5
looks a good
minutes
one.
added
There's the
time.
shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And it's been taken short. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, that's nice. Here it is, crossed in. He leaps for it! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good take. Vinicius Junior! Oh, that could be pivotal. So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Vinicius Junior! Vinicius Junior!
And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Fellow attendees,
Haaland
this
claiming
is
the man
a
of the match
watch-
award. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. And here's Haaland, bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Andrei Shevchenko, Peter, is a player who can hurt you in so many different ways.
Striking all-rounder.
Yeah, he's got the pace to get in behind, he's got the power, he's got the aerial ability, the versatility, the work rate. He's got it all.
One of the greatest strikers of all time, surely.
Very true.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Haaland. And this is... Big chance! He's scored! Just gorgeous. The most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And it's Messi. Modric, ambitious ball here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Haaland. And here's Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. Neymar.
PSV genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide.
They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
And here's Soboslai. He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Messi. Great ball, and he's in here. Caicedo clears without hesitation. Shevchenko constantly looking for the ball into the box. Back to the keeper it goes.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Now, can they get him away? And the referee has signalled for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
So it has been pretty frantic here, everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Kukçu. Vardiol. Shevchenko is herring after that one. Modric. And this is Messi. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's neat. Still just a single goal between the sides. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Substitution in progress.
Caicedo. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And now he has 2.
Substitution.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Caicedo. And it's Kukçu, distributed tidily. And they've got a throw.
Substitution for PSV, number 7, Luis Diaz. Coming on the field is number 17, Eucharist.
Messi. Now it's Haaland. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi chasing after it. Fernandez. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get it through? And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Number 11, Neymar.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Caicedo.
And it's been taken short.
Coming on the field, number 14.
And now they can
Mendes.
spring out of defence.
Number 70, Dayo Upamecano.
And it's
There will be
Messi,
5 minutes
just
added
eases him
time.
off the ball. Vardiol. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And here's Haaland. Tries to play it through. Kupchu. Shevchenko. Played into space. He's in plenty of space here. And time is up. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of it. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for... Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Hazard just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Played out towards the right wing. Nicely aimed pass. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's a shade optimistic. Haaland might just make this. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Spread to the right. And now the breakaway. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Haaland. Vardiol. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. Yamal. Modric. And it's Messi. And here's Haaland. Now then, the ball's come loose. And Yamal. Lovely feet. There's the shot! He's scored! So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Diaz. Di Marco picks it up out wide. Azar.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Azar. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. It's run loose here. Played out to the left flank. Diaz is fouled. Gabriel.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And so the action is resumed.
Miami can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Modric. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
He's picked his way through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now, he's got space here. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. It's gone for a throw-in. And he's managed to get free. Great chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
"75 minutes played. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now it's Messi, gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Can he get it through?
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Substitution from Leverkusen. Number 6, Hazard. Number 13, Dani Olmo. Number 11, Desiree Doué. Coming on the field, number 17,
Ball's gone out of play.
Rafinha. Number 4, Pedri. Number 21, Mohamed Salah. Substitutions taking place.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Miami pretty
Just a
much
quick reminder
coasted
today.
this.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And this is Messi. He's onside. Goes for a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Alexander-Arnold goes short. Yamal receives it in a good position here. Messi. It's run loose here. Knocks it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he may be deployed as a more holding midfielder, but that seems wrong when you know how good he is 30 yards forward.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Messi. And here's Yamal. And it's Modric. And there's the shot! Brilliant from Modric! A finish right from the top draw. And there is your opener. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Luka Modric. Luka Modric.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Guti. Now it's Rafinha. He has found the way through. Haaland! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Can he finish? And there's a goal! And they're back in front! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Yamal, and he's had it nicked away. That's really well manoeuvred. Gerrard wins the duel this time. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And it's Robertson. Oh, this looks sharp. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Tries from distance.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Hakimi. And we've reached half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins. Gerrard! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find the net.
That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Dani Olmo. Modric looking to add to his goal. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hakimi. And it's De Bruyne. Guti. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. And Rafinha. Spread out to the left. Robertson, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Rafinha, who does have an assist to his name. Rudiger. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Azar. Now Modric. Azar. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 21, Hazard. Coming on the field, number 24, Palmer. Number 18, Vinicius Junior. Substitution on the field, number 8, Rudiger. Coming on the field is number 4, Van Dijk.
And it's De Bruyne. Shot could be on.
Napoli really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And there's green grass ahead of him. And the shot! It's a loose ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Just eases him off the ball. He shifted it to the flank. He's got away. Elects to cross. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Substitution on the field, number 20.
So changes a foot here, and from both sides. Not too much more here than seeing our time, and time is very nearly seen out. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! A horrible blip, a moment they could well have done without.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
In once more.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
That is it. The referee has seen enough. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Haaland, and here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he was quick to react. So what can they make of this? No, he's not going to get any further than that. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
And it's Messi. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Great vision. Nuno Mendes is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Haaland. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Alexander-Arnold is short. Oh, greatly! Goal! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
After 22 minutes is number 20, Erling Haaland.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Foot in. Haaland. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Shevchenko constantly looking for the ball into the box. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Yamal. Oh, he's having a go!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Messi running with the ball. Yamal. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that's nice. He's going for goal! That had everyone off their seats.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Haaland has found the net here, of course. Oh, no joy this time. Kukçu. Juve, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Messi. Hazard can see things others simply can't. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And we are back underway.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Kukçu. Yamal. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Nuno Mendes. Hazard picks it up out wide. Great defending, strong and determined. Modric. Nicely aimed pass. Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Juve. Front-footed pressing going on here. He has found the way through. He's on it. Can he get away? Shot a goal! And it's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking.
Real chance! It's hit the crossbar. And it's Modric. Yamal. And the shot! Goal! And again they hit the front.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Substitutions taking place.
Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Substitution.
Space for him to turn and look.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Alexander-Arnold attempts a clearance. And that is a superb rearguard action. Rijkaard, he's having a hit! Very much into the last knockings. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Palmer. And Alexander-Arnold. Fernandez. Now it's Palmer.
Added minute has been indicated.
Vinicius Junior. It's a pretty loose pass. Messi. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now then, the ball's come loose. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. The information we've been given is that they're going to go with a 3-5-2.
Well, this system, Peter, allows...
Shot a goal! It's hit the upright. No, just not quite. And it's been taken short. The referee's awarded a free kick. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yamal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. Impressive jump. In he goes again. Cleared away. And it's Modric. Could move up a gear here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's beaten the last man. And here's Yamal. He's got away. Pinches it off him. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Haaland. Quality ball. Serginho. And here's Haaland. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Bellingham, Serginho, and here's Torres. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now that is tidy, really tidy. In by Fernandez. Getting up there! Goal!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
Pick that one out. It was a... Tries one from range! And the ball's come loose here. And the finish! And no mistake. They are purring, truly purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have...
Well, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking. Shevchenko! It's hit the crossbar. Nearly, but not quite.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Alexander-Arnold. And that is the end of the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and...
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Haaland. Now that looks a decent ball. So, third corner of the game. Van Dijk with the clearance. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Donnarumma. Haaland receives it in a good position here. Tries a shot! And that's in! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Substitution.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Substitution in progress.
Bellingham. Played out to the left flank. Bellingham. Now it's Bellingham. And it is a corner. They've played it short. Yamal. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Ronaldo. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? It's in! They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The goal scorer.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Substitutions taking place.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Messi. Haaland, looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And the shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Number 7, Shevchenko. Coming on the field is number 21, El Hadj Diouf.
Right. Oh no, this does not shoot! And how did he not put that away?
Substitution for Indonesia, number 27,
Indonesia
Serginho.
have opted to
Number
make another
5,
change here.
Bellingham. Coming on the field, number 80,
Donnarumma
Ronaldinho.
with the clearance.
Number 16, Xabi Alonso.
It's a promising position. There's the delivery.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
He is through here. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. He's cut it out, and he's quick to get rid. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Looking for options for movement. And he's gone looking for safety. Yamal, chance! And that was probably asking just too much.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's superb. And he's got away from him. And the shot! Oh, wow! That's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
And time is up. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be. And they